You should do it throughout and do people's reactions.
Take it off.
Do you want us to look at you? Or no?
Yeah.
See you too.
Like we're all listening.
What if we just look at your general reactions? So we look like.
No yawning.
Look at the
Okay?
front.
No yawning.
Oh, it looks like we're doing.
Now, most of us have seen the incredibly popular film Taken, starring Liam Neeson. But did any of you know that it's actually based on real-life events that happen every day? Today, I will first be talking about what exactly is human trafficking and the different forms of trafficking, followed by some statistics regarding international and domestic human trafficking, and finally discuss some ways of spotting victims of human trafficking. Human trafficking is a modern-day form of slavery that seeks the weak and vulnerable and claims them as its victims. According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, human trafficking is defined as the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of persons by means of the threat or use of force of other forms of coercion, abduction, fraud, deception, or abuse of power for the purpose of exploitation. Many traffickers view the industry as a moneymaker. Human trafficking is the third largest international crime industry, generating an estimated profit of $32 billion every year. Sex trafficking is the most common form of human trafficking, which involves the exploitation of both men and women for sexual purposes. Although sex trafficking is the most common form of human trafficking, there are still many other forms of how it appears, which include labor trafficking, child labor, child soldier trafficking, and even trafficking for organ removal. Although human trafficking is typically portrayed in international countries, like in the movie Taken, there have been an alarming number of cases reported in the United States. According to the National Human Trafficking Hotline, since 2007, there have been nearly 32,000 documented cases of human trafficking in the United States alone.
Wow.
Human trafficking is a quiet crime hidden by its victims who are far too often afraid to report human trafficking due to constant fear of their traffickers. There are approximately 20 to 30 million trafficking slaves around today's world, and that does not include those who feel they cannot report their case. As of December 31st, 2016, Florida ranks number 3 in the amount of reported human trafficking states in the United States, bringing in 550 documented cases of trafficking. Of these 550 cases, 400 of them involved sex trafficking, and 169 of them involved a minor under the age of 18. With the number of human trafficking cases that increase year after year, it is important to be able to spot the signs of human trafficking in hopes of saving a victim's life. There are many organizations around the country and the world that specialize in training people to spot the signs of human trafficking. Airline Ambassadors International is one of those organizations that helped a flight attendant save a girl's life. Around the 2016 Super Bowl, one flight attendant noticed a 14-year-old girl who looked kind of greasy and unkempt and was on a flight with a much older and well-dressed gentleman. Following her gut feeling, the flight attendant left a note in the bathroom for the girl, to which she responded, "I need help." When the plane landed, police were waiting at the terminal to arrest the man. Without the flight attendant's proper training to spot the signs of human trafficking, she would have never been able to save the girl from her trafficker. According to the Department of Homeland Security, there are many key indicators to identify a victim of human trafficking. Some of these indicators include if the victim seems fearful, timid, if they show signs of physical abuse, or if they seem like they've been denied food, water, or medical care. People should also be alert if the victim is accompanied by an older adult that seems to be controlling and manipulative. Now allow me to reiterate some of the most important facts of human trafficking and how to spot the signs with a few final words. Many people can easily become trafficking victims, which makes it such a lucrative industry. So the next time you watch a blockbuster movie about human trafficking, please remember that it is a real epidemic that is sweeping across the globe and claiming more victims with every passing day. And finally, I encourage each and every one of you to take 5 minutes of your day and research human trafficking and the typical signs of a human trafficking victim. Who knows? You might just save someone's life one day.
Nice job. Yay!
I'm like